Hello everybody and welcome to episode 14 in my Bosporan Kingdom campaign Let's Play for Imperator Rome, the 1.2 Cicero Beta. In the last episode we took on Cyrenaica and made them a new tribal vassal, adding them to the list of tribal vassals that we have, Sarmatia, Heniochia, and our two client states Subcarpathia and Zargadava. We also gained another tribal vassal, Getia, after they waged war on us along with Bastia, and as many people rightfully pointed out, we should have really separated the peace deals between the two, and that way we could have actually gotten two tribal vassals. I'll have to do that at some point in this campaign, showing that off, because I always forget to do that. You can separate the peace deals between the two and get both of them to do different things. Further down south, we're still helping our ally Egypt in their war against Cyrenaica. We didn't really help that much. I mean, we kind of just helped speed up the conquest of Alexandria by removing the fort down there with our navy, but we didn't actually land troops or anything. I'm considering doing it because it seems like Cyrenaica are actually pushing Egypt back now, and the war is going back into their favor. We need a strong and healthy Egypt, as they are my primary ally if we're going to be dealing a war against Phrygia. Now, I thought we'd have a very quick look around the world because we did last episode, and there's just some things I wanted to kind of catch up on. We looked at Rome fighting Carthage, and Rome had originally waged war on Carthage to take Carthago, the province of Carthago itself. They didn't manage to succeed in doing that, but they did actually manage to win the war. It seemed like they were losing the war, especially in the Transalpine Gaul area, because they were getting totally overrun from the Carthaginian cities and armies that would have been in Iberia, in Tarraconensis. But it looks like they won. We don't exactly know how or what happened, but it looks like Rome have gained a few chunks of territory here, and they've actually started to manage to move up north a little bit and take some territories south of Pictonia as well. And then as well as that, Carthage were at war with Siculia and Acragas, two little city-states in Sicily itself, and they're gone now. And Rome have taken a little bit of territory, and Carthage have taken a little bit of territory as well. So both of them are basically the same as they ended up. Rome may be a little bit bigger, and essentially it's still really even between the two, so it's just kind of an interesting one to kind of keep our eye on as we look over. There's also other interesting things going on all over the place. Damnonia are quite big, Sequania are quite big. The biggest tribe that was in Iberia is completely gone within one episode and replaced by another one, and our Avassia are growing. So very interesting things just in general to see how empires are kind of rising and falling all the time. Then we also have Messenia, which managed to kind of take out Tolantia with the help of Macedon and solidified a kind of coastline-to-coastline band of territory across mainland Greece, but not necessarily the Peloponnese itself. Those two are now allies with each other, so that's a formidable Greek alliance that they kind of have going on there that we're going to have to keep an eye on as well, because obviously Macedon are in our way for our conquest of the Pontus Exunis coastline. As well as that, not too much else to report on other than the fact that Media Magna are now a major power. They've got 101 territories, so they've gone over the 100 threshold. I'm not sure about Parnia. They look absolutely huge. We'll check in just a moment, but they are massive. They're not very dense because there is a lot of uninhabitable territories and terrain here, and it's a lot of desert, low pop zones. Xanthi are quite big. It looks like they're eating away at Bactria, essentially forcing them to go further north. Seleucids are still hanging on in there, and Babylonia have forward, but ironically they don't even own Babylon, so not too sure on that one, or how that really came about, but I guess it's the province is probably what it's named after. And I think that's pretty much it to catch you guys up on the world. Oh yeah, last thing is the Dacian or Dacian or whatever tribe here, Cotinia. You guys have me all messed up on that one now. They are really big as well. They're coming up to being a major power. They're one territory away. So one colonization for them will basically grant them major power status. So I just thought it was interesting. Some major powers are forming and some of the big ones have kind of collapsed in and are reforming or whatever else. And that's pretty much it. So we left off just at the tail end of our war against Getia and Bastia. I was in a really big hurry. I had to go somewhere at the time, so I was really trying to wrap up the episode. That might be part of the reason I forgot to separate piece, although I seemingly always forget, so again, apologies on that one. So I've already given the orders and had a look around the empire. I've just queued up a few build orders. Other than that, nothing really to worry about. Oh, I think I'll talk about the diplomacy that I've triggered though. So Messenia, I've decided to try to improve the opinion with them. So this big empire out here, just to lower the chance that they kind of go to war with us with Macedon maybe. Cyrenaica then as well. I'm trying to improve their opinion because right now we've got this rebellion thing again, where basically our tribal vassals' loyalty is getting kind of low, and our client states in general. So I think, based on the screen, if one of them goes to war, they all rise up against you. It seems to be that way. despite most of them being loyal. It's just a few of them aren't loyal, so that's our problem there. So I've actually been looking at a few things to do with that. I noticed that in diplomacy, you can change your stance. This is a really kind of tucked away button for a lot of people. Essentially, there's several different diplomatic stances that you can do, and they do different things. You know, other countries will like you more if you're an appeasing stance. If you're mercantile, things like that. If you're bellicose, it means you're ready for war, and they don't like that as much. If you're subjugative, though, the loyalty of your subject states goes up by 10, and that would basically just fix our loyalty with any of our other countries for a long time. I don't know if I'll change it just yet. I'm not sure how it works in the latest version. I'll have to experiment with it, but when you do change it in the old versions, every time you change your stance, it gets more expensive, and it never ever gets cheaper. So you kind of want to make sure, you know, you don't do it more than a couple times, because it just keeps getting more expensive. So I might do that. It seems to be a bit more of an effective way of doing it rather than changing the ideas themselves to also help with loyalty. Loyalty of subjects here will be +10 if we change this one out, but I don't really want to change that, you know, so we'll leave it for now. We'll just see how this goes. The rebellion won't happen for 41 months, and it's basically a one-click solution if we just fix that when we need to. Alright, then on the other side of things, we're just bringing our armies back to the mainland. Whether or not we're going to help Egypt is really the big question, because now essentially their war score was at 70, but now it's at 3, and it's just getting eroded all the time. They have the means to beat Cyrene, but they're just not really applying themselves properly, and now I fear that the war has gone on so long, they might just peace out without getting Alexandria, which would be a huge shame. But generally speaking, it seems like they've got way more in the field. You know, they've got way more troops. They have... they've taken less losses and stolen more pops and stuff like that. By all accounts, they should be winning. They're just not really playing it very well, I guess. A lot of their armies are down here just recapturing territories, when really they just need to deal with a couple of the armies and just take the major, you know, this is what they need, this province. It's not that much to get their war score bumped back up and finish the war. I don't know why they didn't just peace out when they had it originally, and maybe they were one region short or something, I'm not too sure. So I might come south with maybe Kasuki's cavalry and help out or something like that, just to see. It's also kind of fun for the roleplay. Like, I like helping allies. It's never the optimal thing to do in a lot of cases, but it's kind of fun to do, and I kind of like the idea that we scratch their back, they scratch ours, we go to war with Phrygia, they'll help us. And, you know, a healthy Egypt is good for us in that regard, because if they fight for too long and they lose a lot, you know, their manpower will go down, their cohorts will go down, they'll refuse to join our war based on the premise that they're not ready for it. They'll say that their manpower is too low, or that they recently had a war. So, you know, it's in our best interest to almost help them. I don't know, we'll see how things go. So, last thing then before we get started is a lot of people are saying you need to build up new armies, you know, because we are low. I mean, what do we have? Something like about 30, 40 cohorts. It is tragically low. I'm really happy with how this playthrough has gone generally, but there's obviously things I could have been doing early on to way better prepare for this kind of manpower shortage that we ended up having. Although we are fixing it now, we're up to 700 manpower per month, so it is largely fixed going forward. But yes, we definitely should. If this was a multiplayer situation, people would be running over me left, right, and center, because we're so vast, we can't be everywhere at once. With the amount of armies that we have, only having 3 standing armies. So we'll create some more in this episode, but it's still based on the manpower. You know, I don't want to be draining manpower all the time, because then we won't be ready to fight if we go into a war. Or at least all the armies we'll have will be kind of like one-trick ponies, where they get to 1 or 2 battles and then they're kind of useless. We're still rebuilding the Navy. That's really the big focus right now. So building the economy and Navy is still going to be the focus for this episode, sorting out internals, getting us ready for a war against Phrygia. I don't really want to spend the time going through all the diplomacy here, but essentially, Phrygia are the ones that are actually the most, what's the word? Probably the easiest to take on, despite their size. They've only got one ally, the Nesiotic League. It all comes down to the navies. If we could beat Phrygia's navy, well then we can just like come down here, drop off on all the coastline, and just really rack up the war score, steal a bunch of pops and all of that stuff. And as well as that, doing it down here is perfect, because we'd be also stealing Hellenic and Hellenistic and Hellenic cultures all down here, instead of, well, basically, we'd be taking pops back that would be improving our infrastructure rather than making it worse. So it's very lucrative territories down here to be kind of raiding and sacking. So that's kind of why I think we can take them on. It's obviously a big challenge, because they have 200,000 manpower, 200,000 army strength in the field, cohorts. They're a huge tricky problem to deal with. But the good thing is they have so many potential enemies. So if we could just queue up a few extra people to attack them, and then if we rule the waves, then we can really choose where and when we fight them, rather than worrying about them delivering troops up to us and stuff. You know, they're not really going to be... what they'd have to do is march through Bithynia and Macedon to get to our forts here, or use the sea to come across. So if we could just rule the waves, they're not going to be an issue, and we can just, you know, deploy the troops where we need and also get this little bit of territory here. Would be kind of nice. So that's kind of what I'm leaning to. I was thinking about Macedon, but they'll bring in Messenia, they'll bring in a few others. Paphlagonia and all of these dudes are all just like allied together, essentially. There's 8 countries standing in the way of us completing our goal, which is to get the entire rest of the coastline. So Phrygia, despite being the biggest one, would actually be the best one to take out, or the path of least resistance, I think. And then it also might mean that Egypt attack them from the south and distract them. The only problem there is they'd have to go through Byblos. I don't know if they'll get the military access to do so. We'll have to see. Alright, let's just let time play. We'll keep it on kind of medium speed just for now. The troops are already coming back. The armies are coming back. We'll start rebuilding and making new ones pretty soon. The only other things then, like I said, was, I'm improving Colchis' opinion and Media Magna now that I noticed that they become a major power. Media Magna are allied with Colchis, so that's a bit of a tricky thing there, as are Iberia. So there's actually... Colchis are now actually quite a much bigger problem than they initially seemed. What else have we got going on? We have some disloyalty in the ranks. Spartacus Spartacid. Oh, I'll read that in a moment. The spread of ISIS. Uh-oh. An Egyptian ship has docked in our port in the city of Trapezus, carrying a priest of the Isis cult amongst its cargo. The Egyptian goddess has seen a growing cult in her honor, with all the rites and celebrations one usually sees among the mystery cults of the Greek pantheon. The cult is certain to set their sights on the Bosporan Kingdom if we let them, and start sharing their teachings among our locals. Though we have heard a lot of good things about this cult, maybe it is for the better. So we could let the cult of Isis take hold and spread. I don't really see the benefit to this. We lose stability. I guess... Okay, so people will change to Cometicism and we get some unrest. I don't think it's a good idea. We'll lose popularity if we say no. So we're going to say there's no need for an Egyptian goddess in Trapezus. Yeah, get that the hell out of here. Is it taking... Oh yeah, so it's totally... So that's interesting. Egypt have fully changed all of their religion to Kemetic. So they're Macedonian. They'd normally be Hellenic religion. So yeah, they must have done a big conversion kind of thing. Maybe just now. I don't know. That's kind of cool. I was thinking that it'd be interesting if that that dilemma would have been a lot more challenging for me in our current situation, because we're allied with Egypt, if Egypt's opinion would have like vastly improved or dropped based on what we chose. But it doesn't seem like they care. What else do we need to do? Okay, so all the guys are back. They're not taking nutrition anymore. We're short only 500 men for the army, so that's fine. So we're basically fully stocked, and we have 40,000 manpower in reserve, and the Bosporan Kingdom gains 720 each month. Looks like the rebellion thing went away, which is awesome. Don't have to worry about that. And we are making, let's see how much we're making, 21 gold per turn. Okay. Or not per turn, per month. Nice. Alright, so let's have a look down here. Is it worth coming down and helping? Hard to say. We could do another raid on the kind of Cyrene coastlines, which I think would be fun. So we'll send some ships down to do that. The interesting thing as well that someone pointed out was that we can actually, when you capture a port, you can dock inside of that port, and then you don't take, you can heal up basically in foreign territory by doing that, because the attrition is so vast when you get out to this distance, but that really mitigates it. So we're going to go south and see what we can do against Cyrene's economy. Just to kind of annoy them and pester them and help with the war score, maybe a slight bit. Actually, let's just sit here for these two ships to kind of join up. So you know what? Seeing as we're basically at war, let's put the war music on. Get in the mood of things. Also, you haven't checked in on our characters in a while, because we've just been kind of, I guess, just relaxing in the fact that these two are in power. We don't have to really worry about anything. We just have the one guy next in line. We have Philippus Spartacid. So he's on his way up, you know. He's got one holding. He's deceitful, confident, and a poet. He's going to be the next in line. He's 20 years old. We haven't given him a wife yet. We're going to wait until a couple of years to see if anyone comes of age, and then we'll start proliferating the family line, I suppose. Hopefully nothing necessarily bad happens with him. So look at this. So there's the Phrygian Fleet, 136. Are they at war? They're actually not at war. That's interesting that they're transporting troops around. But yeah, 136 ships. So they're looking at us thinking, you know, what's going on there? You know what's going on. We're getting ready, son. So yeah, we're actually building 2 mega polyrooms. Actually, this is a really great chance to see what they have. They've only got 3 mega polyrooms. What are these ones called? 5 octares, 17 hexares, 19 tetrares, triremes, and then liburnians. Okay, so interesting. We can kind of really compare the numbers here. So we've got 34 to their 58. We've got 29 to their 34. 17 to their 19, 16 to their 17, 16 to their 5, and 10 to their 3. So we're relying way more on the heavy ships being kind of brute force to the middle. So after this, we might just recruit up more of the Liburnians and triremes, because that seems to be what we're lacking if we're looking at just 1-to-1 numbers. Who else is yeah, so this Sparta kid I was going to look at, he's actually low. I don't know who he is. His father was Leonidas Spartacid, which I kind of remember the name. Sorry, that music gets kind of loud sometimes. Leonidas, yeah, damn, I'm trying to remember. So he was the son of our original ruler. So our original ruler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His 6th child. This is crazy how many children he has. One of them is still alive from the original line. I tried making a family tree graphic for this guy. It's so complicated because he had 3 wives and multiple kids out of all of them. And then the bastard child as well, obviously, who's in power now. He doesn't even fall under that kind of family tree. So let me just see. So Leonidas Spartacid, his son is the one that's now disloyal. And he doesn't have a job, right? He's not in command of anything, and I don't think he has a job. No. So why is he losing loyalty? He's a pretender to the line. Oh, right. He's 64, though. Well, this is the type where it's like, yeah, he's kind of old, so we could... Oh, he's righteous, so he's not going to take a bribe. And he's also sick now. He's got arthritis. So he's probably just not going to be around that much longer, based on his age. So I don't really need to do anything with him. I was going to grant him a holding, maybe. Yeah, let's grant him a holding. He doesn't have much power, so just give him some random holding somewhere. That'll keep him loyal for a while. Then we have D. Baruka, who's also quite sick, although he's not that sick. We'll give him a holding as well. He's also got no power. And then we got A. Tripuscar. Kind of remember the Tripuscars as well. It's hard to keep track of all of these different people at this stage in the game. Let's leave him alone for a while. Let's leave him alone. Alright, let's get on with the mission at hand. So we're going to send the Navy south. 123 ships. We're going to see what we can do against Cyrene. I'm going to keep an eye on Egypt. Are reclaiming all of their territory. They're having a big battle out here against them. Looks like they're after winning. They're going to lose on the delta here, though. So that war is definitely ongoing. If we came south and we just captured this port immediately, at least that would give Egypt a big boost. Where the hell's our fleet gone? There it is. So yeah, I'll come down here first. We'll capture the ports. There we go, another big battle. Looks like Cyrene are getting the upper hand, but it looks like Egypt will win in the long run because of the terrain penalties against Cyrene. A lot of mixed units here. We got heavy infantry coming up against elephants and light cav. Very varied armies. Nice to see, I guess. Egypt are rolling really badly, but yeah, Cyrene just don't have the numbers. So it looks like they're going to do okay. I just hope they don't peace out before they get the actual province they were looking for. Philippus falls ill, our son. So what's he after getting? Mentagra. So what is that? A mysterious disease thought to have been spread by kissing and bodily contact. It displays a facial rash with sores and severe discomfort. Okay, we can seek treatment for him. Who's our doctor? Zenari's Carsid. Might put a different doctor on the job. Oh my god, look at this guy. Eurpasca as well, so grandson of one of the Caciques, most likely. He's got 12 finesse. And the Caciques. Oh, no. Sorry, Eurpasca is the family that the Caciques married into, right? But either way, it's all good with me. Let's put him in charge. That's actually a really high number that would be probably more suited to tech. More than anything. Who do we have on? He's only got 8. Well, damn it, we need a good doctor, so let's put in a good doctor. He's only 17 as well. What's his deal? So this is Chair. Cheristratus, Chiristratus, Pasca. And then he's proud and intelligent. Clearly very intelligent. Alright, cool. So citizens abroad. Some of our citizens have left Sharex Taurica to settle down in our vassal Saracia. Okay, so a couple of citizens are going to move over to Saracia. That's fine by me. How's our home province doing? Our capital, actually. Seems to be doing pretty well. 143 out of 43, so it's hit its population limit. It's got a lot of people filtering in, though. Might have to think about, and it's building it's currently building another aqueduct to allow more room for pops. Okay. And what's the deal here? So the culture is a little bit Scythian. Not too bad though. They're obviously assimilating now quite quickly based on the fact that we're using that policy everywhere. Remember at the beginning of the last episode, I think we said somewhere around 37%, and we're up to 47% now. So we've gained 10%, which is great. And that means the output of everyone's just going to be going up and up and up all the time as they get happier and happier, hopefully. Alright, let's follow the ships. I realize I've taken a very long time just to follow these ships down south, but let's go now. Nothing stands in our way now. Make it all cinematic-like. Olympia the Unnoticeable. Oh no. Despite her best efforts, it's still clear that nobody has any idea who she actually is. I kind of like, in a way, I kind of like that because I was thinking about this recently. You would have to imagine switching the laws to allow female rulers maybe would cause some unrest or discomfort, or people wouldn't really take her seriously. So I kind of appreciate that. On the flip side, though, I do think that, you know, in the Hellenic world, it wasn't uncommon, obviously, for, you know, queens and female rulers in certain places. Obviously, Egypt comes to mind. But I wonder how these people would have taken it the first generation after that law was put into place, you know. So unnoticeable, I kind of like that in a way. To me, it kind of makes sense. Effective governor, province income negative 10% and negative prominence 30. So prominence really, I just don't even. Prominence represents the fame of a character. Jobs and titles help bring characters to public attention. She's still extremely prominent, so it's not even a big deal. But it's a shame that she is obviously the governor because she is the ruler, and therefore this province is just getting hammered because she has no finesse, or one, which makes her a pretty bad governor. And you get the output of this region is just generally not going to be behaving as well. And then she has these other things that, you know, if governor now, negative 10%. So that's a shame. I don't think anyone actually responded to my idea in the chat or in the comments last time where I said that maybe it'd be cool if you could put your co-ruler as the governor. I know you all agreed though, don't worry. Don't worry. I don't need to be told about my genius. Alright, we're here. Just about. Let's get capturing. Boom. Boom. That does seem silly, doesn't it? It's just so instant. Although, you know what? If there's no one there and there's no fort, who am I to say that that's not possible? So we lose a couple of our ships lose a little bit of strength, and that's fine. Alright, so we've gotten 2 ports there. We're not going to do any raiding or anything like that. Actually, we couldn't even do it if we wanted to for some reason. And now we can actually dock in the port of Alexandria. Oh, we lost the ship. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Under the guidance of Arpharnes Arpharmid, Saracia started questioning our leadership, and they have grown unruly. Now they've officially grown hostile to our rule, and they're starting to ask their and other subjects' leaders to cut the bonds. Okay, they haven't actually gone to war. I thought that's maybe what it meant. But they are looking, they've lost some opinion, and they're looking to break away. So they lose 30 opinion of us, we lose 20 of them. Oh my god, do we send Leo to the Olympic Games? I think we have to. Send Leo Stratus. He won the Olympics once. His second bout at the Olympics didn't go as well. Let's see if he can pull it off on the third time. So let's have a look at Saracia. They're still positive. Let's send them a gift. Alright, just chill out, yeah? Chill out. Maybe we could even make friends. Might make sense to do so. See how that goes. Alright, we're docked in the port now. So I think we're going to be, yeah, each month 10% gets repaired. So it is working. So we don't need to read this. It's the same every time, you know, like how do you want to kind of coerce the person into being your friend. So we pay some tyranny and some political influence. Okay. I'm happy to do it. Making an impression, a big gift. Ooh, 5 stability. I'll do the moderate one. Send a lavish religious delegation. Because I don't want to take a stability hit, because that actually increases our loyalty of our subjects. Or, well, it doesn't directly, but it increases the threshold for rebellion. So it's kind of like the same thing. So we'll do the second one. Hopefully that works out for us. Alright, so they have those 2 cities, at least for now. Let's just move on. We didn't actually heal that much, but whatever. I'm too impatient right now. We're just going to capture as we go. Oh, we should really transfer it as well. Liberation. The Council of Kirkenetus have put it upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. Yeah, that's alright. For freedom. Can we transfer this even? I don't know if we can. Oh, we can. Cyrene are winning some of those battles here. Egypt are just taking huge amounts of attrition. Give this guy 230 gold. Fair enough. Oh, some of our ships have stayed docked. Let them sit in there for the next month of healing. So Athens are looking to require or import some livestock. Fair enough. How are we at now? 48%. Cool. That's going up. Olympics concluded. The highlight of this year was someone from Cyrenaica in the last place for the... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry. Let me read it then. The highlight of this year's games was during the Stadion, the most ancient and revered of the foot races. Menes of Cyrenaica. I know that's probably not... Menes of Cyrenaica in last place for the majority of the race, stole the victory by mere moments after Phylarchus of Euboea tripped and fell, causing the athletes behind him to join on the floor. Overall, the victor was declared Philippus Antipater of Macedon, a first-time winner of the Olympics, whose brawn, virility, and Heraclean vigor are beyond compare. So we didn't win. Friendship with our Ariphanes. Our efforts to encourage a friendship have paid off. Alright, we're friends with that guy now, so you should be encouraged to be a bit more loyal. Actually, stay in here. We just need to merge these. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. We can actually destroy this fort. Oh no, you can only do it if it's under siege, I think. Oh, there's their fleet. Alright, we have our guys on harassment. I'm gonna give chase to these guys. See if we can destroy their fleet. Might capture some ships, which would be good. Looks like they're retaking Alexandria. Hopefully Egypt can just prioritize their actual war goal. God damn it. Sick of it. Treatment's been successful for our son, which is nice. Slave raid. So we get some aggressive expansion doing that. But a Macedonian slave in Menelaus will travel to Tafra. It's not really worth it for one slave. Alright, let's transfer the occupation of this back to Egypt. Alright, so we're up to 53,000 manpower, 777-ish manpower per month. So that's grown, you know, quite a bit even just in this one episode. So manpower is really starting to get the wheels turning on it. For a major power, I feel like you should be making at least 1,000. Okay, here we go. Here's the real war. Macedon have declared war upon us. Prepare for battle. Bosporan Kingdom, Egypt, Subcarpathia, and Zargadava rallied together. So, Macedon are probably going to be joined by who they can call in as allies. They're at war with Epirus. Where the hell are Epirus? On the island of Corcyra. Okay. They're probably going to call in Messenia and maybe Paphlagonia. Okay, well, no Phrygian war today, it seems. It looks like we're going to be going for these guys instead. I should have been drilling the armies, actually, now thinking about it. Can we get Leostratus back? Is he back yet? Holy shit! This guy is level 13. I might be blind, but I don't see Leo in the list. Don't know if he's back yet. Alright, let's put on Eropos Baruka. Level 13, leading the Olympians. I'm gonna say, for roleplay's sake, that Leostratus has approved this decision. He is in the Empire, by the way. If he wasn't there, I don't think he would be counted here, right? So I don't know why I couldn't put him on. Did I miss it? Let me just see again. Yeah, I don't know. 9 March. I mean, he's not in the list, right? I'm not going crazy. He's not in the list. Am I missing things again? Is he at the bottom? There he is. Until at least the 12. Oh, because he. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So in 6 months we can put him on. All right. We'll bring him back. We'll raise a new army. Probably switch this guy out then afterwards. Put Leo back on the Olympians and put this new guy on his own army. But for now, let's go straight towards the forts that we can find. I'll bring down the cavalry as well. We can't claim fabricate a claim on this, but if we can get all this territory, and then if we can get some Paphlagonian territory with the other army, that would be sweet. Gonna send the navy back up north now. Oh, you know what? We could take out the Macedonian Navy. Let's try that. So we're missing some trade. If we had double lots of stone, we could get fort defense. Oh no, we couldn't. Okay. For now, let's just go with something simple. We can't get cloth, wine, or glass, which would give us the bonuses. Oh, we can get cloth. And that will give us oratory tech investment 5%. Okay, let's do that then. Coming in from Egypt. Alright, Navy's heading back north. Gonna see if we can do some raids on Macedon. And up here, the good news is we don't take attrition up here. The freemen of Kaflur, a large group of freemen have left the city of Kaflur Syndica in Sarassia to come to settle down in our place. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Can't really afford it otherwise anyway. Oh shit, I just realized, oh, yeah, my forts auto-pay themselves now, which is good. We just walked by an army, so can we do something about that? Looks like they're going here. I'm gonna wait until they movement lock, and then we'll grab them. See what happens. Let's see who's joined the war, by the way. No one. Oh, so far no one. I'm sure someone will, but so far Macedonia are saying, nah, see you later, mate. And that's because they ain't got no manpower, and they only got 27 units. So they're extremely weak militarily, which is quite the interesting. I dare say that will be quite the feat. And these guys are also weak. So Paphlagonia are saying, nah, mate, nah. That's what they're saying. So, okay. So it's just Macedon being all up in my business. Temple is collapsing. We could restore it, or nobody will miss it. We could say nobody will miss it. This guy's low loyalty, though. How old is he? And where is this? Is it here? In, yeah, Niconian. Because restoring the temple costs 228, which is a bit ridiculous. Because obviously we can just build one for like 40. So it's a bit ridiculous. Letting it fall would just lower the loyalty of this guy. And what is he? The governor? Okay. So we'll just build it back. Although, do we even need it? Religion is quite high. So definitely not. So what do we need? Even culture is quite high here. So, I don't know. Maybe, how many yeah, we could build like a training camp or something. Where's our navy? There it is. Alright, let's swing the navy around. That's owned by Macedon, so we're going to drop there. First, capture that. Waiting for... Okay, we've movement locked now with our cavalry, so we're going to bring this guy in. What's his name? I need to remember his name. So this is being led by Baruka. Let's just call him Baruka. And we're heading to the fort here with this army. Excellent. Oh, interesting. They're actually moving on to the fort. Looks like the battle's about to happen. Yeah. Alright, let's check this out. New military structure. It seems Eropus is really taking to his job as a general, as he started reworking the whole infrastructure of the troops assigned to him. However, with these changes, we've started seeing a lot of officers and troops who are loyal to the general over the Bosporan Kingdom. A troubling development for what future might hold. We could say, look, he knows best, and some of the troops will become loyal to him. These are the Olympians, though, so I'm not too happy with that in general. So I'm gonna say no. Okay, you know, you're a strapping young man. I get it. Right, you're in power now of like 20,000 men. You've got, you know, I mean, he feels like he's got a big dick, but we gotta like rein that in a bit, okay? You gotta rein that in. He's gonna have a long and profitable career. He'll be a real threat if we just let him suddenly have a bunch of loyal troops, and we're gonna take him off this army based on that. You know, you're gonna come into Leo Stratus's army and start restructuring the whole thing? No, don't think so. Anyway, we need him to come to this, to come to the aid of our general right now, who's suffering a bit in this battle, because it's mostly cavalry with one of our allies. Come on now, get in there. There we go. All right, Macedon will lose that first battle. We have to wait till June before Leo can come back, and even longer, really. You know what? We should start raising that army now. Gonna probably just build it up here. Question is. I don't think I really built any proper military provinces where you get extra experience on recruitment, so it doesn't really matter where we build things. Yeah, so we'll just recruit them wherever. So let's just recruit a cohort here, just as a kind of a starting off point. So we'll just recruit that one, then we'll build to that army. Light cavalry discipline 5%. Alright. Where's that navy? Wow, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's a lot of pops we can steal. 6 aggressive expansion? Oh, it actually rises with the amount of pops you get? I didn't realize that. Tempting to do it. That's interesting though. It says Macedonian citizen in Skyros will become a slave. So we don't actually get them all. Some of them just become slaves. Some of them come to us. I'm going to leave it. I don't want the aggressive expansion hit. We're fine for pops. We'll just capture it. We'll come up here and try to do the same. Capture as many ports as we can, which just takes their commerce, like, offline. Alright. Baruka. Think you're all great winning your first little battle. Kasaki's cavalry took a bit of a hit. I'm going to let him sit here and replenish just for a little while. Blockaded ports, Theodosia. Uh-oh. Macedonian's fleet, 100 ships up here right outside our capital with 16,000 troops. Huh. Huh. Get going. Let's send that fleet up north, see if we can deal with it. What do they got? They don't have any heavy troops, so they're not going to be, like, immediately capturing stuff. To see how that goes. Keep a big eye on it. How's the siege doing? It's going well. Anyone else in the war now? Nope. Still just Macedon. Okay then. Alright, let's get going. We're going to rush up north with Kasaki's cavalry just in case this army presents a threat. And we'll bring him south if we need to. So this one, our new army. We can build. This is what we can build. We still can't build heavy infantry because we haven't gotten iron from anywhere. I was hoping to get iron from Media Magna, which are here, but they probably aren't going to do it. None of these people really want to do it because they'll lose their capital bonuses for iron. Oops. Could get mercenaries. I know. I don't want to do it. So 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, that's quite a lot. But that should be a nice thick army for us. And we'll put Leo Stratus in charge of that one. In fact, let's do it now. It's going to defend the home. Yeah, actually, Leo's going to be fine. We're going to leave this guy down here capturing some of these surrounding territories. Looks like my allies are doing that job for me, actually, which is really nice. It's good to have those clients to help out with that stuff. Siege has been won here. What's going on? Oh yeah, okay. What do we do now? Because there's a fort blocking us here. We actually can't get around it unless we have access with someone else, or we hop on the boats. So I might leave this guy out on the coastline ready to be picked up and moved somewhere. Damn, Macedon basically just giving me territory at this point. How is the war south? 85, nice. It looks like Egypt have taken ownership of everything down here, which is nice to see. We'll give them ownership of this. Did we capture anything else? We didn't. Okay, good. We'll do Freeman Happiness. We're going to sacrifice to the gods. Hope that they give us some favor during our war. Alright, we're coming up on the fleet over here. 100 ships. We've got 127, which isn't actually like a surefire win kind of thing. Who have we got? He's got a level 8 Marshal. They've got level 12, which is really high. So Rudramuk Kasaki is definitely going up against big numbers. But they don't have any heavy ships, so I feel like we should win this. This will really be the first naval engagement. And I'm thinking doing something like close ranks so that we gain benefits on our heavy ships. That's what I think we should do. Ah, you know what? Frontal Assault. Let's punch a hole straight up there. Now, they're doing some sort of tactic here. Which one is it, though? It looks like they're doing ship damage negative 10%. So I'm just going to do that as well. Alright. Let's go. The army is mustering. Alright, they're looking to move. Where are you looking to move to? They don't name these regions, so it's super hard to tell. It's likely we'll lose. Our commander is only 8 while they have 12. Their fleet has higher morale than ours. Does it? The terrain is to their benefit. What? Alright, let's build up our own morale. Just that little extra bit then. I'm a little concerned about this. I just don't want to lose this battle. This would be such a waste of the Navy. Let's build some extra ships. Maybe I'm being scared over nothing, but I just don't know how this is going to play. And if we could just sit here and build more... Actually, you know what as well? Let's heal up. We're not fully healed. So we'll take our time with that. They're not an immediate threat. We got barbarians messing with us now. Well, we're doing great down here. I mean, everything's pretty much fine. And manpower is building back up. We're losing just some manpower from the attrition on the siege, but that's about it. Alright, he's nearly up to 20,000 men now. What do these guys want? They all want salt. We'll give it to Getya. Yeah, we need to deal with those guys. Kasaki's cavalry's on the way. Not sure where these ships are even being built. I'm trying to look around at the ports. Oh, they're being built out here. That's good, as long as they're just not crossing path. These guys are just sitting here taking attrition. I wonder what are they doing? Oh shit. So we're at 100. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know. It says we're gonna lose, but I think it's because of the commander. So they're gonna have a +2 benefit. Alright. Here's what we do. Someone else can take control of that. And then we can put that guy on this fleet, but he has to wait just a little bit. But having him be on the fleet, I think would be way more important. So Baruka will take the fleet. These ships are just going to have to dock because we're going to lose them if we don't. And Leo Stratus is pretty much ready to go. I think that's the only thing I can do. That'll at least negate that big advantage they have, right? And that's the problem, is that super advantage of having a really great general on their fleet. Also, I don't know what the Phrygian fleet's doing here, still just letting their men die. Just, the AI's messed up. Alright, we defeated the barbarians, no big deal. Let's head back south with Kasaki's cavalry. Damn, I was trying to catch those. Uh-oh. It's going to be a battle here on this fort. We've got 18,000 plus our ally, Subcarpathia and Zargadava are both here with some extra troops. We're coming in with Archias as second. We are taking monumental losses there, but if we could just force march down south into this fight now, we should be okay. We have the right tactic, which is good, but they have the martial experience on us. They have a level 10 commander, we have a level 8. Come on, lads. The Macedonian fleet killed one of our ships, one of our rogue ships. That's okay. No way. Shit. It's that heavy infantry. Heavy infantry is rough. We need way more light cav and things like that to deal with it. Also, we were on the fort. Alright, damn it. Yeah, so with our cavalry north, it's tough to beat any of those armies without like the cavalry advantage. It's interesting, it's like, oh well, we needed to take the good general off the army, like if we want to win at sea. Like we kind of had to do that. And we have to wait until the 16th of March until we can get him back, so another 6 months. So it's kind of interesting. It's the trade-off of like where we had to put him at the time. Right, so let's bring Leo down south as well now. That's going to hurt now, the manpower again. How much are we making? 807. We're still making more all the time, which is great, but it's not enough. I'm just going to fall back the cavalry. I just don't want them to engage until we're ready. Just get into our own territory and we can heal up a bit better then. Come on now. Oh, it looks like the war against Cyrene is over. I'm not sure when it ended, but yes. Okay, cool. So Egypt got pretty much everything they needed back. That gives them the high pops. Oh man, they went out. They drained 70,000 manpower at the beginning from this episode. Jeez. Oh well. So they're not really going to be able to help us with Macedon, but that's fine. We should be able to take these guys out on our own. We're already winning. It's just whether or not we can get this full province or not. Maybe we can. Let's just see. That's all I want. I don't necessarily even want to fight these guys. Just want the province. They're saying no right now. Okay. That's what I thought. An accident in Kerala. We've been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Kerala in Macedonia. Stone is the main export of the city, and it seems that the knuckleheads in the charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have come groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help with re-establishing production. The slaves are none too happy with the loss of their friends and family and naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there's no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. So we could compensate the owners and ensure decent working conditions, which costs more money than we have. We'll only recover the repair costs, which also costs a lot, or there will be no handouts. So one of the slaves dies, the slaves are kind of unhappy and their output is lowered for a while, for 10 years actually. But I don't have the money. We're gonna have to say yes. And I just realized, yeah, our money, we're losing money. Probably because we're paying the fleet so much. For that extra morale. Alright, we're regaining the manpower and the army's back, and we're just waiting for Leo to get down here. He's on his way. Just waiting to build up before we actually jump into those specific engagements. Alright, we should be ready to push in now. Just keep them together. I just gotta keep an eye on them. Just gotta keep an eye on them. That should be an easy win. Once we have the cavalry, it's just like it's a no-brainer. The heavy infantry just doesn't stand a chance against the cav. Alright. Let's, we need to go down here, but make sure we don't let the cavalry run ahead. Alright, Leo's almost there. Good. White peace imminent. When 1,000 days have passed with no contest over the war goal. What is their goal, actually? Take Clepia? Oh, yeah. Take Clepia? Clepia's all the way up here. Wow. Scandalous Dominus. While the occasionally rakish and louche tendencies of Annonade Triposcar are well known throughout the upper circles of Tafros, no one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations leveled at him of late. There are growing rumors of terrible indecencies perpetuated on slaves at debauched gatherings honoring Dionysus. Dionysus? Sorry, I don't know why I struggle to say that. Dionysus. Where Annonade and his lewd entourage exhibit and debase their latest acquisitions from the Emporia of Carthage. Annonade denies everything in the most stringent terms, claiming that the tale is to be lies engineered by his political opponents. The gossip is backed by several witnesses who claim to have been besmirched by Annonade by him personally. Slaves and virtuous citizens across Bosporan are demanding government-sanctioned justice to deter these excesses, and we can no longer ignore the situation. So this means that he's basically... Dionysus is the god of wine, right? I think? And what is he doing? Getting real drunk and getting naked and stuff? We'll conduct a full investigation. A token of inquiry should suffice. Honestly, why waste our time with this? We'll gain popularity. We'll gain corruption. He'll gain loyalty. Our slaves will be unhappy for 10 years. There's no way I'm doing that. Well, we can only afford to do this one then. She's losing popularity lately. I say it like it's her problem, not mine. What level is it? He's level 8 as well. Okay, good. Duras Pipers. I'm not happy about these different people leading the Olympians. But it's just the way it's happened. Because if we take Leo off the army and try to put him on the Olympians, we have to wait a long time. Also, it's March now, so we can put this guy... We can put the new commander on the navy and defeat the Macedonians at sea. There should be no reason we don't beat them now. So let's find them. I haven't actually seen their navy in a while. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where we need to go. So they're obviously not around our borders anywhere. So we're just going to head straight down this way and see if we can come across them. Trial developments. While the investigation into him was mainly intended as a symbolic gesture to ease tensions, it's clear, after some preliminary groundwork by jurists, that the accused is essentially guilty beyond all doubt. It is a minor miracle that this did not come to light sooner. The unspeakable goings-on at the Triposcar Villa scarcely bear thinking about. It is, however, very hard to ignore just how much situations like these lend themselves to those less scrupulous and willing to earn the debt and gratitude of their colleagues in need. So anything can be fixed for a price. Means he will lose popularity. We'll gain even more. We'll gain some corruption. They'll lose some prestige. This is available, this option, because of our ruler's questionable character. Maybe being guileless. He'll gain loyalty if we say this is some sort of smear campaign against him, and his family will lose prestige, and he'll lose popularity. That seems like a pretty good option. So he gains loyalty, he loses popularity, and he loses prestige. It's not that bad at all, which makes you think it might develop into something else. He'll be offered to bribe his way out of the punishment. Okay, let's see if he can give me money. Does he have money? What's his wealth? 400. Yeah, go on. Let's see what happens. Awesome. Oh no, we lost influence. Damn. Our messengers brought word that Anane Tropuscar has refused our generous offer. It seems he puts little stock in the importance of reputation or the power of the state. Well, that didn't work. Damn, I was hoping with 400 gold he would just pay his way out. But he didn't care. Alright, it's the end of this one. The investigation into the accusations against Anand Tripuscar can finally be brought to a close and has established his innocence in the matter to the satisfaction of the court. The many concerned parties and witnesses have largely been dismissed as disruptive slanderers seeking to undermine the reputation of an important member of society for their own nefarious aims. While there may be some backlash over the seriousness with which the trial was conducted, we have at least staved off a major crisis among the slaves while protecting our interests. We lose 5 stability. We gain unfair trial for 10 years, which lowers the slaves. Damn it! So we've basically failed. Our money's going to go down a bit. Alright, Leo's almost here. Gonna take him off force march now. Wait until these guys lock in. Oh, they're not locking. Okay. They have a river here. If we all jump in on the same time, maybe it'll be okay. The cavalry's gonna hit first, I think. Yeah. Let's just send everyone in. Oh my god. This was not wise. This was so not wise. Why is it so bad? Wow, they've got discipline. 110 discipline. Damn, that heavy infantry. I don't even know if at this point it's good to send Leo in. Can he get the job done? Maybe, actually. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Leo, you're the man for the job. Get in there and finish it. Not even gonna look. Just get it done. There we go. See you later. Leo's like, you're going about this all wrong. Restructures everything and just absolutely knocks it out of the park. Finishes them off in a swift blow. Alright, good. Waste of manpower, though. Big time. Archius can take that. Kasaki's cavalry can go there. And Leo can just fall back a sec as well. Not too much else to do. We're going to move the ships down south. Before I end this war, I want to capture some of the territories and ports and take some slaves back. So that we can at least get something out of it other than just this little bit of territory. Oh, fuck. Potu Latencia has waged war on us. Who's their allies? They actually don't have any. It's going to be a whole other thing. So Potu Latencia is here. How many men do they have? 50 cohorts? Fuck me. Alright, let's see if we can just get done with this one, then head north in a sec. We do have forts all around. Getio should be helping. I mean, actually, Getio don't help us because they're tribal, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Alright, Leo. Do what you gotta do. Where's that fleet? Oh, shit! We're in a big naval engagement. No, their navy's also still winning. Fuck me, man. What is it with Macedon? Is their tech really high or something? It might be, actually, considering... 7777. Yeah, mine's only on 5. That could be some of the reasoning behind this. I don't know, though. They're losing ships. We're not losing too many. We've lost 3, and they've lost a few more than that. It's just our morale is kind of going down. It's just all based on our rolls. Really, that's just like everything it's going to come down to for this fight. I don't want to pull out of it just yet. Would it be too late to get... Yeah, we don't have the money for any of these technologies. Where is the Egyptian Navy? Come on. If you could send that Navy up here, that would... Job done. But yeah, they're losing a lot. Although they gained some back. And they lost some more now. Yeah, now they're losing. Now they're down to 99. That's what I like to see. We're sinking the crap out of them. Come on now. Surely at this point, we've got 40 more ships than them now. 9 of their ships have fled. 10 of their ships... Oh, sorry. 9 of their different types of ships have fled and 10 have fled. So 19 ships have fled. It says a lot of our ships have fled, though. So that number's not quite accurate to how many people are actually fighting, I guess. Oh my god, come on. They're almost all down to just, like, light ships. Yes! I've never so intently watched 2 bars go down. There we go. Pulled it out of the bag. What? Yes. So let's see what happened here. It's kind of... Oh my god, how big is our navy now? Okay. The amount of librarians that we captured... So we captured 29, 2, and 1. We lost 4, 7, 3, and 1. And they captured a certain number as well. So they still have quite a lot. Although here it says they've got 38. Oh yeah, because they lost 98. Shit, I didn't notice that. And we've got 119. Okay, cool. Awesome. What a great battle. I mean, it looked like it was in their favor the entire time. Now, why can't we capture... We can't capture any ports because we are too weak right now after that fight. So we have to go back and heal up, basically. Oh, you know what? I never actually did anything with the different flanking cohorts and things like that. Should have put the light ones on the edges. Good job, though. Baruka did well. Baruka did damn well. Because it was just so up in the air. It seemed like they were going to retreat. At least to me. Alright, Leo's coming in for a battle here now. Our fort, our terrain, I think. Yeah, so they suffer -1, -1. So -1 overall because they have a slightly better commander. He's only 17. What's with all these young, strapping commanders? It's so much easier to fight the barbarians. Alright, easy win. And then the other army is coming in to fight us now. So we have this entire province, right? We can probably bounce out now with it. I was just hoping that we'd get some extra stuff from Macedon, but I might leave it. I don't really want the extra aggressive expansion. What is this? Macedonian Hellas. Oh yeah, that little island. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's take it. It's just one little island. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Let me check it. What's on it? 6, 5, and 5. The food is the thing that makes me think I don't want that. But maybe I'll just sell it to, like, Thebes. And gain some favor or something. Or to Athens. I don't know if they'd actually pay for it, though. The AI doesn't seem to ever really do that. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. So we'll just sue for peace. We'll just get what we came for, which is this chunk of territory. Right? Nothing else really I want to do. Yeah. Okay. Kind of a minor piece of territory in the grand scheme of things, but an important piece nonetheless. That means that we never have to fight Macedon again. Ideally. We're currently just fighting Potlatensia. Is that the name? Potulatensia? Tensia? That's a kind of a mediocre war. I don't know what we're going to do with these guys. Like in terms of how we're going to just piece them out. So what are they? They're a settled tribe. Look at that. What a badass. They're a settled tribe. This might be another one. Another tribal vassal to our ring of vassals. Around us. Around the north of us. It's dangerous taking on this many though, because the loyalty is harder and harder to keep in check all the time. And if they get waged war on, we're called into it, and they're bordering a lot. Whereas the others aren't. So I don't know what we'll do with them. Maybe just release a client or something? It's still the same thing though. Yeah, I don't know. I almost just want to just get money. White peace out, give me money or something. But we can't do that anymore in this game. Anyway, we'll have to figure it out. We're going to keep going, obviously. But this is the end of this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.